everyone, welcome back to day 2 of Math Group with Mrs. Lampron. Today we're going to be going over 2 different types of word problems that will then be almost similar to the ones that are on your Google Classroom / work packet. This is meant to be as a tool to help you set up them correctly and to solve them. Please show your work, and I'm excited to walk you through them. Alright, here we go. Let's look at our first question. Gracie went to 12 sleepovers last year. Her sister Jill went to 5 times as many. Her brother Griffin went to 43 less than Jill. How many sleepovers did Griffin go to? Okay, so there's a couple things that we need to know here. So first things first, we need to follow, for all of our word problems, the RDW process. Read it, draw it, and write it. So we read it, and now we're going to pull out the important information. Next, we're going to draw it. So remember, draw it means either draw a picture or to come up with an equation. I always draw a picture. I think it's best practice, and I think that it helps you understand what's being asked of you. So I'm going to draw a picture. You do not need to do a picture like me. You can draw an equation if you can solve it. Just make sure you're getting the right answer. And then for write it, we need to turn it into a complete sentence. Okay, so here we go. So the first thing that we know is that, let's look back at the question because I already forgot. Oh, Gracie. Gracie went to sleep 12 sleepovers. That's our given. So I'm going to put Gracie. And I'm going to put a 12 in there because that's for how many she went to. Her sister Jill went to 5 times as many. Okay, 5 times as many. So now I'm going to write Jill. So we know that's 5 times as many as Gracie. So how many rectangles am I going to draw? 5. I'm going to do 5 times as many, so I'm going to draw 5 rectangles. Great. So what does each one of these bars in our bar model represent? 12. Very good. But that's not the last bit of information that we have. We still have to calculate their brother, Griffin. So let's do Griffin. Griffin, we're going to make a little box and put a question mark in it because we don't really know what he is going to have. Okay, but we do know that it's 43 less. So this is where we're going to draw a little tiny cloud and put minus 43. And that's our last step because it's from Jill's. Okay? We can't solve it until we solve for Jill's. So we've already used Grace's information to get the information for Jill. So now let's calculate Jill's. How many boxes of 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are going to do 12 times 5. That'll give us Jill's amount, and then we're going to subtract 43, and that will give us Griffin's. Okay, so here we go. 12 times 5. Okay? 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 10 is 50. Add it together, 60. So Jill went to 60 sleepovers last year. Her brother Griffin is 43 less, so we're going to now take her number, 60, and we're going to subtract 43, and that should give us the answer for Griffin. I have a 0, so I have more on the floor, so I have to go next door and regroup. So this will become a 5. This will become a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 5 minus 4 is 1. So Griffin went to 17 sleepovers. Are we done? No. We still have to do our last step of write it. Let's put it into a sentence. Last year, Griffin went to 17 sleepovers. Did we read it? Did we draw it? And did we write it? Yes, we did. Okay, let's look at our next question. The next question says, it snowed 15 centimeters at Tiger's house. it snowed 4 times as much at Kevin's house. Jason's house got 22 centimeters more than Kevin. How many centimeters of snow did Jason's house get? Okay, so let's erase this. Let's get started. Okay, so we know that Tiger's house got 15 centimeters. That's our known, okay? We know that that's what Tiger got. That's our known, okay? He got 15 centimeters. Now let's go to Kevin. Our word problem said that he had 4 times as much. So how many rectangles would I draw if it's 4 times as much? 4 rectangles. Okay, each one of these will be 15. Okay, and then the last part is we know that Jason's house got 22 more than Kevin. So we're going to draw the same box as Kevin's, and then we're going to do this mysterious little dot box, which means we don't know, but we're adding on to it, okay? So I'm going to put in here plus 22, because that's our last step. Okay, so here we go. We already know Tiger. We've used Tiger's information to figure out Kevin's. Let's figure out Kevin. 15 times how many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4. Times 4. And that will give us this bar for Jason and the total for Kevin. Okay, here we go. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 10 is 40. Okay, so Kevin got 60 centimeters of rain. So this is 60 centimeters of rain. Okay, but for Jason, we do the 60 plus the 22 more. So let's do that. 60 plus 22 more. 0 plus 2 is 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. So Jason got how much? 82 centimeters. Let's put that into our last step. Jason's house got 82 centimeters of snow. Did we read it? Yep. Did we draw it? Yep. And did we write it? Sure did. That's all we have for today. So remember, on your problems, they're going to be very similar to these, and then you need to create a word problem. I would like your word problem to be very similar to these, where there's a known, and then times something for an unknown, and then either a plus or minus of the third person. Okay? And then whatever you do, you need to solve it and do your fact practice to keep up on those math facts. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I miss you, and I hope that you're having a good day. Please stay safe. Okay, miss you all. Bye-bye.